Hello, I'm Jeremy Wilson. I'm Director of Development at C Systems Global, and I'm here to talk to you about Connect for Push, which is our notifications platform for iOS. So why push notifications? Well, in these days with our cell phones, we're beginning to suffer from message overload. Email notifications, they just get lost in the list. So you have a section where email notifications appear, but you get so many of those that any given email probably won't appear on the list. So if you're trying to get someone's attention, relying on them seeing that notification for that email, it's got a very low likelihood, and a likelihood of that email just getting deleted without ever getting read. SMS messages, they're a perfectly valid format. They've got limited format options and a comparatively high cost for sending, certainly if you're going to do a large volume of those. So what are the advantages of push notifications? Well, they appear differently on your cell phone. Each application has its own section, so it's much harder for your message just to get mixed in with everything else, for them to get lost amongst all the rest of the noise. They also get tied back to your brand much more clearly. They'll be associated with your name, associated with your organization. And a push notification has to be dismissed. Whereas you dismiss all your emails in one go, a proper push notification will appear by itself, will be visible by itself. And they have a much lower cost than some of the other ways that we're used to communicating. But there are barriers to that. Push notifications require an app, and an app typically carries a high cost. Will often give you lots of functionality, but that comes with associated work, keeping that content up to date, keeping the app up to date. It can also be overkill. If your website is already mobile responsive, then going down the app route is probably too high a cost for you to justify. And that could all become a barrier to all but the very largest organizations who can afford the overhead of a dedicated bespoke app. So how have we solved that with Connect for Push? Well, what we've done is we've partnered with a third-party application called Pushed. Your member is able to download the Pushed app from any of the major app stores and then associate that with their email address. By scanning a QR code, they're able to give you permission to send them notifications. And then an iPart on your customer profile screen within iOS allows you to send notifications directly to their mobile phone. That will appear in its own section, its own pushed notification section, in just the same place as all the other notifications, but they'll be segregated because they are within a different app from email, from everything else. We also have an email processor which allows us to integrate push notification with email marketing and with process automation. So you can start doing bulk notifications or notify people on an event within iOS. So you could be using the push notifications as a reminder of an upcoming event registration, as well as your traditional email reminders. Notifications are recorded in the customer history in a special notification section, but also our email processor has the option to send an SMS message if the customer doesn't have the pushed app. So that allows you to be using the push notifications with a fallback option. As you're beginning to roll this out, you don't have to rely on them having that app right straight off. And you can actually go through a process of migrating people and persuading people to use that. Let's take a look at this in action in iOS. Here I am on the staff site. What I'm going to do is I'm going to access my record. What you'll see is in the left-hand side, I've got a notification section, and I'm going to send myself a simple hello message. I'm going to click send notification. And that's all there is to it. What you'll see is on my mobile phone, you can see that I've just received the notification arrive. There's the Hello Innovations message. And if I click on it, it opens, and there's the message appeared within the pushed app. So the other thing that's happened is over here in the history is I have a recent notifications section, and there you can see my push notification saying Hello Innovations. So what are some of the other options? You'll have noticed that there are some link types down here. So I can say, here's a link to the annual conference, and put in an event link. So if I select event, it prompts me for an event code. So I can put the annual conference code in and send notification. In just a moment, that will appear on my cell phone. If I open that message, what you can see is if I open the notification, I've now got a visit option. So that shows me that I've got a link, so I can click on that and it will take me to the annual conference link. So we've got other options here. You can enter a manual link controlling where you want someone to send, where you want to send someone all by yourself. We've got dues renewal, which will take them to the dues page, and we've got the ability to do take them to a specific product. So what we also have is an email connector, which means we can use email marketing or process automation to drive push notifications. So that could be after a purchase or an upcoming event registration, anything that you normally send an email for, you could send a push notification instead of, or as well as, and indeed you could use it to force the sending of SMS messages if you like. So it's an SMS gateway as well as a push notification gateway. What we have is an email template. So if I go to marketing and look at the communication templates, you'll see that in here, I have a template for push notification. So if I use that template to send a message and look at my mobile phone, I should be able to see that notification arrive. And I'm also going to just quickly spoof a message with a bad email address so that we can see the SMS message come through. So in summary, Connect for Push allows you to spark interaction with your members in a different way. It offers you a low-cost, bespoke app-free option. It sends the notification directly from the customer's record and records it back to the customer record. We've also integrated it with email marketing and process automation. If you'd like to find out more, please come and visit our website at csystemsglobal.com. This is available now, so if you'd like to talk to us about pricing, do get in touch. And if you're innovations, then please vote for us.